Delighted to be joined today by Mike Hurst, Senior Civil Engineering Lecturer from UEL. Mike, if I may ask you, how long have you been coming to Constructionarium?
At the University of East London, we've been bringing students up to Norfolk, I think now just for probably over 8 or 9 years now. We've been bringing our students up to use your wonderful facilities and take part in Constructionarium. It's been a bit of a learning experience for everyone, I think, that we've been on a journey, and I think most of all, it's a journey which the students really love to do, and we've developed over time, working with yourselves, to create what I think is probably one of the most effective ways of getting students real experience in the industry.
Fantastic. And in terms of the students that come to us, what subjects are they studying with you?
We mostly have students that are studying construction management or civil engineering. We've also brought some students from our architectural design technology course as well. So, we've had a range of students coming up. We've also had students coming up in their final year, they're level 6 students, but we've also brought students up at level 4 as well. So, we've had experience of bringing all different experiences up there, and I think it's true to say that they all get something out of it, and it's been a real learning experience for them to develop at their level. So in that respect, it's been very positive, and it's fitted well into our curriculum and to their development.
I was just going to ask, actually, what's the benefits to your curriculum that Constructionarium provides?
I think what it really does, we're very keen at University of East London to develop students' graduate employability skills. That's one of my other hats that I wear at the university here, and it really does help the students to get a feel for what it's like working and managing construction works. We cover it in theory, we cover it with case studies, we cover it with examples. But to be, faced with having to create something in a period of 5 days from what seemingly looks like a blank open page, a blank open space, the students find it quite challenging. But as they work through the week's activities, working with our sponsor, who were Carries, who still are Carries, and working with them, students, you see them start to grow in confidence. You see them start to have confidence in their own abilities, in their own learning, and putting into practice the things that they've sort of studied in the past in their classes. Actually being live in front of them. So it really does bring the experience to life in a very real way, because when you see that physical creation after 5 days hard labour, hard sweat in front of you, and that ring of confidence they get, that they know that they've built that, and so they go away knowing that they have put into practice what they've learned. Fantastic.
And certainly we've loved having you and your students coming to us year on year, and also the support that you say from Carings has been absolutely fantastic. So if you could sum up in one word, what does Constructionarium mean to you? What would you say?
I think that's probably a difficult question to ask. Just sum up one word. There's lots of words that students have expressed to us when they've gone through that process. Most of them, when they're coming back on the coach, are usually fast asleep because they don't realise what such hard work is, being involved in site work, and being involved in that adrenaline rush of getting things done on time. But when they do sit back and reflect on it, they all do say it's something that, I wouldn't have missed for the world. It's really given me something I can really talk about, particularly if I'm going for a job interview. And most of them, particularly our level 6 students, are going forward. It's something they can really talk about from their own experience, about what they've learned and what they've done. I remember one particular student of ours, he had an interview coming up about a month after Constructionarium. And before, he was a bit nervous about, I don't feel this company, it got a national, international reputation, and he was a bit concerned that he wouldn't have enough to talk about. But when I asked him after the interview went, I said, how'd it go? He said, well, you know, I just talked about what I did on the Constructionarium, and, you know, lo and behold, about a month later, they'd offered him a position there, and you know, and then he did very well out of that. So, you know, it was that ability to give them the confidence to know that, you know, that they had performed and they had been through the mill a bit, but they'd learned by putting into practice what they'd studied at university, had turned this particular student into a very budding assistant construction manager. And he was very, very grateful for that particular opportunity, and encouraged all of our coming students to get involved as well.
Brilliant.
So yeah, recommend it, definitely, 100%.
Fantastic. Love stories like that. We like to see how it's helped in the long term part of their career as well. So that's fantastic.
Yeah. No, it's, I mean, and that's just one of many stories that we have had about students, you know, using it as a springboard to develop their careers and to give them that sort of resilience and ability to be confident in their own abilities, because they can talk about what they actually have done. So it's been very, very positive all round.
Fantastic. Mike, thanks as always for your time. Lovely to talk to you, and I look forward to chatting with you again soon. Bye.
Thank you very much, Julia. Bye-bye.